Okay, welcome to another rendition of Math is Easy Step by Step. So, I'd like to go over another test question example. And in this particular test question, you can see here, this circle where it says answers entered here represents, for this particular type of problem, where you would enter your answer rather than choose A, B, C, or D. You're going to be entering in the answer that you discovered. So this is another type of the questions that you'll find on the assessment and exams. It's my understanding that using calculators for this portion would be okay. However, I'm going to show you manually how to perform some of the operations. Let's just get started. Hey, this type of questions evaluate the expression and simplify. So we have an expression 5 times y times the quantity 2 minus y, or plus a negative y is another way you could look at that. Again, you can put a plus sign between two terms. It's not going to change anything at all. Raised to the negative z power plus 3. When y equals 1.5 and z equals a negative 3. One of the things I want to point out is 1.5 also is equivalent to 1 and 1/2. So you could substitute 1 and 1/2 if you're doing this on paper manually. But since they gave us 1.5, that 0.5 representing the half, you may want to just continue using your calculator or do it manually with the decimal. It may be to your advantage. I'm going to assume the answer will have a decimal in the problem if they're giving me a value of 0.5. So a few things I would like to go over and I would like to review with you here prior to getting started in answering this type of question. I would like to go over, whoa, excuse me, my papers are just going everywhere, right? I'd like to review, of course, with you the substitution method. And I've got a sample problem here where we have a value for A and B. Negative 3 times the quantity of a negative 2 plus A raised to the negative B power plus 14. But prior to getting into this review, there's key skills that you need to have in order to answer this particular type of question on the exams. So some of the things that you really need to brush up on or review are order of operations, right? PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally as a way to remember that parentheses are first. Exponents, as you can see here, are second. Multiplying and divide, that represents not a decimal but a multiplication symbol, division symbol. That would be third. Adding and subtracting would be fourth. I have some videos that will go over PEMDAS or order of operations. If you need, please watch those videos and review. And then, of course, you want to also review exponent rules, especially since we had a negative exponent in that particular problem. Again, I have videos that go over exponential rules, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing, exponential, negative exponential rules, fractional exponential rules. Go ahead and take a look at some of those videos I've uploaded prior. So here I'll do a real quick review. X to the third power is x times x times x. 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2. And so here when you have an x to the negative 3 power or any negative exponential power, you want to change that into a positive value. The only way you can do that is to flip that particular term. So this is really x over the invisible 1. Check out my invisible 1 videos if you need to review that. This is really x over invisible 1. So in order to turn that exponential positive, you flip it. The 1 goes on top. X to the positive third power is now in the denominator's place, right? And of course, when you have a power to a power, you multiply. Negative 3 times a negative 2 is a positive 6. A positive 6. And so I would love to get into reviewing substitution method in a separate part 2 video. I've introduced the evaluating the expression problem. I've gone over key factors you need to review, and I'm going to continue with the substitution method. And so make sure you review these videos. If these skills are fresh for you and you feel like you don't need to review these different type of topics, you can just skip to the last video in this segment of videos, and you can just watch and review and try to even solve this problem yourself. And let's see how well you did. All right. Hey, if these videos are helping you out, please help me to continue bringing these videos to you by supporting this page by sending stars and gifts. Thank you so very much. Math is easy. Take it step by step. Look for part 2 and part 3 of this particular video. Part 3 will solve the problem. Thank you for joining me.